Everybody, this is AI with Dr. Craig Hansen, and this is Magic School that you have open in front of you right now. And Magic School has a number of sections and a number of tools with a similar interface that you can use across the entire platform, making it easy for educators, whether they're from elementary school, middle school, upper school, or even from high school and from university level, college level. It makes it very easy to use this platform. Once you use it a couple of times, you'll get into the flow of using the chatbot, which is Raina. On the left-hand side, you can see the chatbot, and then also the other tools that are built in. So on the top left-hand side, immediately when we click Magic Tools, you can see a list of tools here. At the top, it says favorites. The reason that they're favorites is that I have favorited them and given them a star at the top. So as I look through the tools and I think about the use of the tools and what I really use more regularly and what tools also I might be focusing on using more over the next couple of weeks to save me time, because there's quite a few tools here in the list, I favorite them, and that brings them to the top of the screen. For example, the rubric generator is a really powerful tool that saves a lot of time and helps teachers to focus and students to focus on knowing how they might be assessed or judged and what sort of levels of communication, interaction, collaboration the students need to be showing to demonstrate their competence in a learning area. And if you're in high school or you're maybe a careers teacher, a careers counselor, a letter of recommendation is what teachers are doing at the end of the year, or it may be that a student is needing a recommendation because they're joining a special club, or maybe they're going on to apply to be a student leader. And these types of tools are really powerful because they can save you time and give a very well-worded letter based on your requirements. So let's just have a look through on the left-hand side. The Magic Tools gives us access to everything here, and then the groupings of different types of tools depending on what we wish to create. On the left-hand side, in the second box here, we have Raina, the chatbot. Now, I've created some YouTube shorts on this channel that you can look at, you can investigate, you can try, you can use. I've given a demonstration on using Raina and generating some knowledge and summarizing knowledge from the Ministry of Education in New Zealand's suggested use of generative AI. So what I did is I turned the web page into a PDF, and then I uploaded it here into Raina. And then I started communicating and chatting with the PDF document with Raina. So that was really quite a powerful thing to do. And there is a video training on that available on the AI with Dr. Craig Hansen YouTube channel. Everything that I create inside Magic School is listed here. So as we go through and we do teacher workshops, as we go through and I do demonstrations, they're kept here. And if things in here are getting a little bit busy, I can select them and I can remove them as well. And if there's resources that I've generated, then they're listed here as well. And if there's resources that I'm going to regularly go back to, then I would click the bookmark button and make sure that I can easily and quickly access that resource in this list. On the left-hand side, coming soon as well in 2024, is Magic Student. Now, this is a fabulous tool. It's in development, and people like myself who have the Magic School certifications are part of the testing group. So keep your eyes open for Magic Student being released in 2024, probably in the first or second quarter. Now, also, once you have used Magic School for a while, it might be that you wish to give a testimonial. Now, you can give a testimonial online with Magic School. You can give a testimonial using Flip, and you can give testimonials posting on the board here from Twitter. So there's a range of different testimonials that have been collected over time about teacher use. Now, I find this really helpful because I can click in here and I can find examples of how students are using Magic School. And this is really quite inspirational, particularly if you or your team are investigating how they could use Magic School at different levels and different subjects. You can be inspired by the nearly 1 million educators around the world that are using Magic School right now, and there are over 1,000 Magic School certified instructors and pioneers such as myself. There's also training manuals on the left-hand side as well. You can go through here and access the Magic School community. And in here, if you're running a professional development workshop or you want to learn for yourself or share with your team, there's actually one pages that are printable and then slide sets that can train different subject areas. So let me just open this up for you because you'll see that there's slide sets in Google Slides format and in PowerPoint format for different levels of schooling and different subject teachers as well, to help those subject teachers find the tools that they want to use more quickly. So let's jump in here. And on the left-hand side, just before we do that, sorry, there's an upgrade button. This allows you to purchase and move up from the free version, which gives you some of the tools and some number of generations, to being a paid member, and then the innovators plan as well. So this is a great and easy to use format on the left-hand side here for you to investigate Magic School. Now, because I've favorited these tools, I just want to pick on a couple of these. And as AI is being used more and more, you may find there's a concern from parents, teachers, and administrators about using AI in your classroom and even helping students to become aware of the fact that AI is available. So, Magic School has inside of here a tool called AI resistant assignments. That's right. So in here, we want to give a description of the type of assignment that we wish to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the New Zealand curriculum, the science curriculum at a year 4 level. I'm going to look at, what should I look at? Let's look at planet Earth and beyond. Let's look at Earth systems. I'm going to grab this learning objective, come back into my Magic School, and assignment description. I'm going to put focusing on the following objective, create an individual assignment for students to complete for homework. Now, you could say collaborative activity to do with a partner. It could be a group activity. I'm just giving this as a demonstration. So there is the objective right there that I took from the curriculum. I've given a very brief instruction or description of the assignment. Let's have a look. So this AI-resistant assignment has a number of features here. Yeah. So what it's doing is it's showing us what a student could do that AI software currently is not going to do very, very easily. And if the students are going to use AI software or AI platforms to complete these assignments, then they're going to be quite challenged to do that. And if they do use AI to create it, well, good on them, because they're obviously very, very creative and very smart. So here we go. Explore the various ways in which water, air, rocks, soil, and living organisms contribute to the rich tapestry of our planet. Create a visual presentation showcasing the interdependence between these elements and how they sustain life on Earth. Now, someone could copy that and put it into Chat GPT or Dante or some other large language model. They could put it in there and they could come up with bullet points and ideas for their visualization. But remember, the students still need to create the visualization. And what I would do is I'd go one step even further, as I would say, after creating this, record yourself using Flip, which used to be called Flipgrid. Record yourself in Flip explaining your slide set or your visualization. Also, what I would do with their older students is when they're creating their visual presentation, I'd have them video themselves or take photos of themselves creating that slide set or that video as they create it over time. So they'd have to submit their visual presentation, do a video where they're using the presentation to present, and then also submit a timeline of their development process. Now, in New Zealand, that kind of format is very, very good for high school students that are doing the National Certificate in Educational Achievement, NCEA. Most teachers teaching NCEA would make sure that students are tracking their development over time, and this gets students used to that. So the AI resistant assignment generator is quite a good tool to use as well. Also, the rubric generator. So I'm just going to jump in here. I'm going to stick with science. So I'm going to paste in here the objective again, assignment title, Planet Earth. Assignment description. This is to write a persuasive essay. So I'm going to say sticking with the visual presentation, create a visual presentation using MS PowerPoint to demonstrate with 12 slides your learning. Okay, not your knowledge, but your learning. Okay, let's go. Let's have a look. Grade point scale, I'm going to ramp that up to 5. So there's 5 points. 5 would probably be awesome, 1 being little achievement. Customization, I'm going to leave that. Let's hit generate. Oh, planet Earth. That wasn't good spelling, was it? Sorry about that. All right, let's have a look. Let's just minimize that a little bit so you can see it. Here we go. So criteria is on the left. Excellent is a 5. 1 is inadequate. Very good. Okay. We have the opportunity, if we don't like the gradient in the language or the criteria we're not happy with, we can click Edit Prompt and go back and recreate the description and generate it again, which is great. And then we can also export it. So we can save the resource. Yep. So that'll save it in our output history on the left-hand side. So the options that we have on the side here is we can copy it directly to a Microsoft Word document or a Google slide set to share with students. We can also save the resource, which means it'll end up in our output history over here. And then finally, we can also export it using Google Docs and would need to be signed into our Google account, Microsoft Word. If we wanted to download it or export it into Microsoft Word, we can also be logged into our Office 365 online account to paste that in. And then also we can print that. Now, because I'm using a Mac, what I can do is I can hit print and save it as a PDF. What I'm going to do right now to save time is hit copy. So I'm copying the rubric, and it just so happens that I have got a Microsoft Word document open right now. Now, because it's a rubric, what I will do is I'm just going to change the page layout and move it to landscape. I'm going to paste that rubric in and see if it fits. Okay. That looks okay. I'm just going to also choose that and just reduce the font size for now. All right, let's have a look. So what do we have? We have our rubric. We have it on a Microsoft Word. It took all the formatting of the table and pasted that directly into Microsoft Word. So that's a good result for us. It means we don't need to edit or edit the template. We don't have to edit the formatting. It naturally, immediately went straight onto Microsoft Word. So it's a win for us. Saves us so much time. So if you're a teacher who's doing science or any content area subject, you can easily use the rubric generator and save yourself a lot of time. So let's come back and have a look at something else on here. Let's look at the lesson plan generator here. So let's open up the lesson plan generator. Okay, so let's have another look at another tool. Let's look at the lesson plan generator. I'm going to paste in here the same objective that we used previously. Additional criteria. I think I'll leave that. And I've got New Zealand, and this is where the standards will be aligned. Let's click Generate. All right, here we go. So exploring Earth's resources. Let's look at the structure. It's identified the New Zealand curriculum learning outcomes here. What have we got? We've got our objective at the top. We've got our assessment up front, which is a mind map. We've got our key points. We've got an opening in the lesson, introduction to new material, guided practice, independent practice, and then a closing. We have got extension as well for our neurodiverse students who wish to go deeper or further. And then we also have our homework option as well. So that's pretty good. And what I really like about the lesson plan generator is in all of my Magic School, you'll notice there are some prompts at the bottom here. How to encourage student collaboration in creating the mind map. That's particularly related to this lesson plan we've generated. Let's click that and see what Raina can give us. To encourage student collaboration in creating the mind map, you can implement the following strategies: peer work, clear roles, peer teaching, peer review, group discussions. So these are good strategies to help that. What are some effective ways to manage group discussions in the classroom? How to assess individual contributions in peer work. That's always a tricky question. Let's have a look. Assessing individual contributions in peer work can be challenging. Here are some strategies you can use. So here we go. Peer evaluation, individual reflection, that's good. Observation, checkpoints, and individual components. I love the way that Raina, the chatbot, has picked up and Magic School has picked up that in the lesson plan, these components may need extra support to help the teacher. Imagine the amount of time that's being saved for educators when they're using Magic School, generating a lesson plan, looking at the prompts at the bottom to generate additional resources, ideas, and strategies, which can help you as a teacher in the classroom really focus on applying knowledge and getting students to increase their competency and share their competency and give feedback to each other on their competency as well. How to track progress over time. We've got some ideas here as well. I'm loving this. Are there any digital tools to streamline the process of tracking for teachers? Let's give it a go. Okay, so we've got some ideas here as well. Brilliant. Just going to close this. Great. So look at all this content that we've generated on this one particular learning outcome based on the New Zealand curriculum. We've got a lesson plan. We've got encouraging student collaboration. We've got assessing individuals, tracking progress over time, and then some digital tools we could use for tracking for teachers. All right, I think that's really quite powerful. So we've used the rubric generator. We've used our lesson plan generator. We've used our AI resistant assignment generator. Now, the 5E model is used quite often in New Zealand. We're going to start with our same objective. Additional customization, I'm going to leave that. Maybe I'll put in here expand options for neurodiverse students, differentiate options. Let's do this. And I'm going to put New Zealand. So we've got grade 4, we've got the achievement objective, which matches that year level, additional customization for neurodiverse students and differentiation, and made sure that it aligns to New Zealand. So let's look at this 5E model. Now, the 5E model is used quite often in New Zealand schools. So let's have a look. Okay, so immediately in the engage section right at the start here where we engage our students, it's noted provide options for neurodiverse students such as visual aids, written cues, and hands-on activities. Great. Allow students to work in small groups to differentiate. I like it. Provide visuals and written explanations. Okay, so using the 5E model, and I think it's picked up an American standard here, but using the 5E model, it's generated a lesson plan for us, which has clearly reflected the special component that we put in there, and it's based on our achievement objective from the New Zealand curriculum. So this is Magic School, and we've got a range of tools that are in here. You can favorite the tools you like. You can use the chatbot, see your output history, and then you can also jump into the training and share that. And you can also look at the other work that teachers are doing around the world by hitting on the love button on the left-hand side. So jump into Magic School and have a play. Use the free membership first. And once you've used that and you become really happy and really excited and just seeing how much time you're going to save, you could jump into the $8 a month version of Magic School, which I use as well. So I'm Dr. Craig, and I'm excited that I get to share this with you. Look forward to hearing back from you about different ways that you're using AI in the classroom as well.